Welcome to 734 Games, and today we're here to talk about, do you really want to fund a Kickstarter for a game? What are the ups and what are the downs? What are some of the problems that you have with funding, that people have with funding Kickstarters? You have games like Star Citizen. This game has been in development for 5 years, and all you have is an alpha. Now people are playing the alpha, but according to Crytek in their lawsuit, the alpha is based on the CryEngine still. And then they also, I guess the game, they had an exclusive agreement with Crytek, and so now they're being sued by Crytek. Not only that, the game, not only did they break the exclusive agreement, supposedly the game Star Citizen broke into two different games. They became Squadron 42 and the other is Star Citizen, just the Persistent Universe. So it actually went into two games, which is actually a breach of contract according to Crytek. So now they're being sued for a game that's been delayed so many times. That is a problem. Now, one of the reasons they're being sued too is because they switched from the CryEngine to the Lombard engine, which is based on CryEngine. So I mean, you have people spending thousands of dollars. They gave all this money to this game in the Kickstarter, and now it may never really come out. And even if it did, the only thing that you are really owed from a game that you kickstart is a finished version of that game. And a lot of the games do not live up to the promises. It's like Hover, was another game that I didn't kickstart, because I've never kickstarted a game myself, but I bought games after they went through the Kickstarter process, and I was very disappointed with that game. I mean, it seemed like the game has a decent number of likes, but it never lived up to the promises. Everything is basically everything you do is the same, and it feels the same. And the game was supposed to be like a Jet Set Radio. They were supposed to get the DJ from Jet Set Radio to do the soundtrack, and they never did. But that's nowhere near as bad as spending thousands of dollars on a game like Star Citizen and never having it come out. So I mean, you have to be very careful of what you fund and what you get behind, where you put your money on, especially when it comes to Kickstarters, because I mean, you got the game. I'm sure the developer who did Hover, the piece of crap that it was, I'm sure they said, well, you got your game, and and that's all we really owed you. And I guess it was done by Midgar Studios and Fusty Game, and it's coming out for the Switch soon. I'm surprised that so many people like it, or that it's gone that far, but it really was not a good game to me. Now, as far as, I mean, there have been some Kickstarter successes of games that were really good, like Arion, Legacy of the Coriodan. That was a game I really enjoyed, and there's a small developer in West Africa, Kuro Games, that developed this game, and they put it out. And I remember playing the demo and did a video of it, and everyone loved the game. But I mean, the game is I'm going to do a video about the game. I mean, it's definitely underrated. It doesn't have as many it didn't sell as much as Hover did, unfortunately. And Hover I thought was a piece of crap. But that game, Arion is kind of like a cross between Tales and Street Fighter, with African superheroes. So and this game came out before the Black Panther and before Luke Cage. So they didn't come out to ride on the success of those properties. But like I said, it's very risky to do a Kickstarter for a game, because what you could end up with is something that's really a piece of crap. And you don't want to be the person who caught with a piece of crap. And if I were somebody who put a bunch of money in Star Citizen, I guess the developer is Cloud Solutions is the developer. Alarm bells for me would start going off, and I would want to get my money back. It's Cloud Imperium Games is the developer of Star Citizen. But if I were you and I put money into that game, I'd be trying to get my money back, because something smells fishy. And it was weird that they switched development to another engine like 3 years into development. That's weird. And that's all I have to say for this episode. Just be wary of what you put your where you put your money. That's all for this episode of 734 Games. I hope you check back for some of my other videos. I'm going to leave links in the descriptions to my sources. And that's it. And gaming is alive.